with the Detroit Lions. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the right and complete to Galladay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Done. 280. 51 to Mike. Kill. Done. Mike 51.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check. 50. Watch the run. 5. What's that, son?
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. What a spin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! Push. Done.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Sunday. Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Listen!
Throwing his Wentz. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Wentz. They find some open field here. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Under 10. Under 5-7.
Wentz now to throw. Hurts over the middle. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw, it's Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No. Please. He's checking.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
46 down, man. 5-4. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. What's your son? Mike 51.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now We'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Go. Waiting. 50 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Who that? This by 7. What's this son?
On second down and 4. Wentz. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Done. 20. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. All day. Hey. Empty. What's up?
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Here we go. 180. 50 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Great 15. Tighten up. Liz 5-3. Hold on. Listen. Lefty. Son. What's your son?
And that'll set him back 5. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down.
31-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
On first down, Stafford here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set. Waiting. Rebut.
And that's going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw is Stafford. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
82.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to go down again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. And here we go. Smooth. Watch the pass. Two jet. Mike 50, huh? Don't let him breathe.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Leaping, and he makes the grab. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. One Cooley! Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Eyes open.
On 1st down, Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's 32. 51.
To throw again. Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
Set. 280. White. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Hey, foxtrot.
Stafford on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Hey, let's go. Intercepted all day. Let's get this.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go.
Wentz now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Kill. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Hey, Charlie. 57. Where's Chip? Mike 51. Mike 51. 51. Great 57. It's out time. What's your son?
Working from the gun. Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be, 38 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
53's the mic. Hey. 53. Let's go.
Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Wentz going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Go 20!
I smell fear now. I smell fear.
Here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And some room to run now. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Being chased out left. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, let's go, Tommy. Let's find 7. Go, D. Let's go. 51 the mic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Hey, exit.
Here we go again.
Listen.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed him, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the 50, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 15-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
5-9.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51. You don't want to.
Wentz now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Here we go.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Back. Waiting.
Wild Bill.
74.
Wentz now on 1st down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Hey, seam 6.
51 to Mike. 51.
Now Wentz again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Sunday.
51 to Mike.
What's your son?
Again, it's Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's Stafford. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Hey, middle. Hey, easy.
Right. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Hey,
53, check.
hey, echo.
You run.
Hey.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Alert.
Let's get off the field.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever.
Middle.
53, Mike. Check, 53.
Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, 3 down. Go, Mike 51.
More Tokyo.
Hey, let's go. Calm.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 17, Lions 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First down, Detroit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey. 32.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance. Carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. If you don't get this boy, you think Dre 15. Dre 15. You think you won't get this?
Back to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, watch the shot.
Hey, Haywood.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You must be drunk.
Back to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz to throw, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch.
Hey, rip on 2, on here. What's that?
Mike's 50.
Bravo.
Here we go. Mike 50.
What's that?
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the toss play, Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Lefty. Hey, forward, Tokyo.
Watch out.
They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he connects with Ertz. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, Delta.
Now Wentz. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Go. 280.
Get the ball.
This time, 7.
Check the backer.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go. Mike.
Listen.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin.
Hey, 180.
53. Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
And the Lions will take the